All right, welcome back. It is
Welcome.
honestly,
Episode something.
do we just keep saying the episode because sometimes we miss a week, and then sometimes we miss like 2 weeks in a row, and then
You just have to keep track of what episode we're on, not just
the thing is we
what
stopped
week we're
putting
on.
podcast week number in the title. We just put
Yeah.
a title of what we talked about.
Yeah.
Maybe if we start putting in the thumbnail, we can find it. Anyway, sorry, we need to get rid of that stuff in the beginning because then people click off so easily because we talk about boring stuff.
And that's why they're here. That's why you're here. You got stuff prepped?
I do. Do you?
I do.
Have-
We always do.
Do you
Don't
really?
don't act like we don't have stuff prepped for any episode.
I would love to hear what you have to say. I'm interested in. There's some boring economic stuff that we can jump into now before Melvin gets here. So do you know about the Japanese yen is in the currency itself is in some trouble. It's been being devalued. It's actually been being devalued for a
For a
long
while.
while now.
Yeah.
It's almost been like a 30 or 40 year
Mhm.
stretch. And we, the U.S., tried to like bail it out by. I actually don't know. I think we bought some debt or something like that. That kind of kept it artificially
so.
low, but it's still not working out too well.
No bueno.
No bueno. And I just want to say a big overarching economic thing. Let's think of the United States as like a country, and let's say that they have a job, and their job,
think of the United States as a country.
think of the United States as a person,
Okay.
not as a country.
Okay. I was like, if we're not a country,
Think
there's
of
a
it
lot
like-
of things that happened in the
Oh, he
meantime.
might be here. It's like if you're like a person who has a job and you make 60K a year, and the next year you make 3% more, and the next year you make 3% more, you end up, if you, it's like sometimes someone like me, I can make 60K a year, and then maybe the next year I can make like 120 by like ultra scaling up and like getting my money up. The United States is kind of pegged to being able to grow at a certain percent. It's impossible for the United States economy to be able to 2x in 1 year. Also, all I'm trying to say is U.S. and Japan are dealing with debt in a way that it shouldn't be. We need to
Change how we're handling it.
how we're handling debt, and we won't because it's the politicians that are in charge, and politicians want power
And money.
and money. Something that Dave Freeberg says, the dude from All In, he's like a CEO.
Good old Freeberg.
He says, the only problem, democracies seem to be the best way to govern countries, but
There's still flaw.
no, the one major flaw is democracies will always buy themselves more money. So like
Yeah.
the best way to think about it is the kid in high school who's like, I'll make the vending machines free. You're like, he's the one that gets elected, and either one of two things happens. He makes the vending machines free and the school goes bankrupt.
Mm-hmm.
Or he doesn't make the vending machines free because you can't promise and deliver on something like that.
Yep.
You have to grab a metal chair. I cleaned that, so it's covered in bleach.
It doesn't look very clean for.
This is one of my
for being
favorite
bleached.
comfortable shirts, and I was doing laundry today, and so this is like one of the only clean shirts that I had. So I just threw it on and then rolled up.
There was one thing I was curious what your thoughts are.
We were going Nerd Central first before you got here, and then we can go from there.
One of them was the gambling markets, the betting markets,
Yeah, Kalshi.
or Kalshi. A lot of
Or
Utah's
Poly
kinda
Market.
standed- Utah. Some states have standed their ground of no, we won't allow this. Utah's one of those.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're like, we're not gonna allow anything like this. What do you think about states?
Just leave it on.
What do you think about states just?
Letting gambling go? I'm confused how this is related, or we just...
This is the topic that I prepared.
Oh, okay. Okay, this one's hard for me. I think that I like. Oh, does that work? Oh, I didn't know he
You-
already prepared that. I don't gamble. Mostly
do you think they're a good
because I know
prediction
that I would be
market?
addicted to it and I would enjoy it too much. But I think that unfortunately people should probably be allowed to do whatever they want to do. And so I think that gambling should be allowed.
Do you think they're a good prediction market?
Yes, 100%.
All I do is gamble.
But
So
you
I'm
ha-
the audience he's talking about.
So like you
Online.
gambled like quarter
hear me?
slots or whatever else or fun stuff like that, but like you now it's been in the past 2 or 3 years, it's turned into like weird crazy betting, like who's going to win the next election
It's
Like-
like every little thing, and so
Or
some
like-
people
I bet
think
on
it's a
all of it.
prediction market.
on all like or it's like it's newer how prevalent it is to like gamble on how many ships are going through the Strait of Hormuz or like how high the
when
the
troops
Nile
will be
River-
in
yeah, the Nile
on
River,
ground, on
all that
ground.
like weird stuff like
Boots on
that,
ground.
typically economic stuff, political stuff. I think that is great. I think that definitely that type of stuff, being able to know that political stuff, it's the quickest way to know it, in my opinion.
All I do is gamble online. So I'm the audience they're talking about. I spend thousands of dollars gambling online.
Oof.
Like, so do you think it should be legal? Do you think it should be up to the states? Do you think it should be up to federal? Or do you have any thoughts on it being legal versus illegal? How like Trainwrecks has to go to Puerto
I think
Rico?
it being illegal is extremely stupid.
But why
because
though?
It doesn't, because it's your own money. It's no different than drinking.
I
I-
somewhat disagree, but
I think there should be some regulation, like there is regulation on the stock market.
I think if there is regulation, it should be education regulation.
yeah,
So like take a test like, hey, this is not putting your money in the 401k.
yeah.
Don't expect it to be. It can go to zero. And it's like yes, there should be people that are
Technically, you could lose more money on the stock market than you could on just gambling.
No, what? I think it's
Because
equal.
you could short a stock, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
you can have the stock not go down. It could go up, but it can go up forever. There's an unlimited amount. But it can't go.
Oh, wait, the stock can go up an unlimited amount?
Yeah.
I 100% disagree.
In theory, a stock can only reach a
No.
certain level. If you buy a stock, you can get a stock to zero. Like you could be zero, but you could make the stock could go up 100%, 200%. It can go up however much.
And I think that the reason why stocks is safer is because you're actually buying something of value.
You
when
are buying
when
something
you put
of
like
value, but you can
$100
lose.
on Polymarket, it's $100.
You could lose. You can only lose 100% if you invest in the stock. If you short
If you're not
a
leveraged.
stock, if you short a stock, you could lose 200%, 300%.
I mean, that's the same thing with if you're. I mean, shorting a stock is the same thing as borrowing money to gamble.
Yeah,
Which I
but
have done.
that's the thing though is on say Kalashi or
Kalshi or Polymarket. You take a
Polymarket,
loan out from
it's
a bank.
yes or no.
But
like,
people
does it
take
happen or
loans
does it
out
not
against their
happen?
credit cards and then go do Polymarket bets.
Yeah,
If it pans out, they pay it off, and then they have cash from that thing.
Do
yeah.
it.
And then.
But
this-
it's a
the
yes
same
or
thing
no
is
though. Something
for the
happens.
investment
If you
bankers.
short a stock though, that could keep
shorting is
going up.
Shorting is a niche specific thing.
But you
if
can
you
lose
have the,
more on that than you could say a yes or no.
I don't want to get into the like super weeds of this, but like you're right, but there's
more to it.
There's less detail in the reason why the
The
stock
short
market,
answer is yes.
But the same, all I'm saying is you can be as leveraged as in a short on Polymarket. If someone trusts you to lend you the money enough, it's just if you're a accredited investor, a bank, like Chase, JP Morgan, you're like, hey, I think the Nile River is going to do X or whatever. This one stock is going to go down because of it. You're like, I want to borrow 3x my cash. Like I have $100,000 cash in this bank account. Will you let me go $400K in on this short? What you're saying is if you go $400K in on that short, if it starts going up, at a certain point, you have to sell everything to get out because you're ultra screwed.
Yeah.
And so the thing is if you take out a 3x level loan to do a Nile River trade on the Polymarket or whatever, it's going to be a certain color based on the people would straight up bet on this, like what
Yes.
the color of the banks is based on like imaging on a certain time of year or like when it'll start flooding and everything because it has to do with crop yield or something. You
We're-
can get a 3x loan from a bank if they trust you enough, and you can be ultra screwed on that loan as well.
Yeah, but you can't just let it sit and then have you keep losing money. You could short a stock and you can keep losing money, more and more money. You can only lose so much on a bet.
And to be honest, it's not just about shorts. It's where you hear it the most. If you are 3-4x leveraged on a stock and it starts going down, it's the same principle.
Yeah, but if you're shorting a stock,
Anyway, I think people got really lost.
probably.
Sorry, go ahead.
I think you lose more money in stocks than you do gambling. Because in gambling, there's not a trick. Like, you can tell yourself there's a trick, and so like there's 10% of people who tell themselves that there's a trick and that there's a trick to make it work. But you don't gamble as much as me, so you can't shake your head. Like, you have a theory of what people do. I know what I do, and I gamble in all of it. So you can disagree with what you think other people do, but I do it. And as a person that spends thousands on different online gambling, doing blackjack, the games, the candy pop, the
Yeah,
tables and everything, you can tell yourself, dude, I swear it hasn't been 9 5 times. It's going to be 9. But in your heart, you don't truly believe. You have to be a true degenerate to really believe that there's a strategy. There's not really a strategy unless you're like counting cards in blackjack in like.
So you're
2004.
saying,
Wait, you're saying you
are
can,
you saying you can lose more in gambling or lose more in
No,
the
like
stock?
you lose more in the stock because you can think that
Lifetime?
you learn. I don't think. I mean, that's like a hard question because I don't think people. I mean, you would have to be like a really degenerate gambler to gamble as much as because stocks can prove. Why I think is because gambling is you're going to put a lot of money in to get a lot of money out. People put a lot of money into stocks to try to get like a 2x. Nobody's gambling to get a 2x. We're gambling to get a 10x.
But
We're gambling to
that's
get a
not true
100x.
because it depends on how much you're in. It's like, okay, let's say it's slots and it's $1 buy-in.
As a person that gambled, I won a 10x. All my friends won a 10x.
But a 10x in that moment is not a 10x on the entire thing. Because like, let's say I'm in the stock market and I'm putting in let's say 100K a year, okay? And I'm trying to, let's just say, be at 5%, which is like, would be really good. I put in 100K a year, I get 105 out. I get 100K in, another 105 out at the end of the year. And then at the end of 2 years, I have 210. And so like with gambling, if you're like every paycheck I can do $150. And so you're doing like $1 slots and you're doing $1 slots and you're doing $1 and then like max win would be something insane like 10K on $100, maybe even more depending on the slot. We'll just say 10K to make the numbers easy. Whenever you're spinning, and it's like, okay, on that $110 you made 10,000 on a slot, you did max win and you won 1,000x or whatever that number is, $10,000 on that slot. It wasn't $10 to get $10,000. What it was is for the past 5 years you are say 20K in and you're 2,000, you're 100 up, so you're 2,100 in. You're 20K in, you've made $1,000 and now you're at 10K up. You're only at that's only 30% on that, if you want to call it investment or whatever I'm saying. So I'm saying over time, gambling is like almost everyone is down.
Yeah, but I also don't think people do it their lifetime. But I think a lot of people spend a lifetime to get a lot out of investing, but they don't actually invest time. They just want to pay somebody to do it for them.
I mean, that's true, yes.
So it's like it's kind of like a gray area where it's like, okay, are we talking about people personally? Like if somebody random on the street was like, I'm going to watch TikTok people tell me how to invest, they're going to lose a bunch of money. Like they're not
or
gonna
get
make money.
really lucky. No, I'm kidding.
And that's what gambling is. Like at the end of the day,
see
you
though-
knowing you're
I
going to
think
lose money.
I want to say two things
hold on,
and then let
wait,
you
wait.
guys. I want to say two things. Gambling can become an addiction because
Yes.
like quickly your brain can pick up dopamine or whatever else.
Dopamine.
On the stock market, it can also somewhat become gambling, but there's a lot of your own knowledge, either whether it's insider knowledge or just ball knowledge on the entire stock market, that's going to make you money. At that point, like, it's a risk to change a job if you're like, I have the skill to go get this new job, right? Because you could get fired and not know it well. Like, like gambling is just like cool flashing lights and it's fun and it's great entertainment. You're like flipping cards that you can kind of know this. Like if it's blackjack, you can know the numbers in the back of your head, but you always know there's like a 51% house chance no matter what on blackjack. Whereas with like, you're like, I'm just gonna put in 100K into a CD or like an investment vehicle that's like fairly secure, you know, into like U.S. Treasuries. After 30 years, you're gonna get X amount out, no matter what, kind of thing. Like that is like how much am I willing to risk here? What do I know? What knowledge do I have? I don't know anything about
I
tech
think
stocks.
I'm more
but
talking about like people that are trying to teach themselves how to day trade rather than somebody that's like, I'm going to put $100 into S&P and
Uh,
not touch it for 20
I
years.
think I was gonna say I think there's two
Okay.
separate kinds of
Yeah.
trading. There's
'Cause,
the
like,
day
obviously
trade, then
that
there's
doesn't,
the
like-
because if you day trade, yeah, that's probably closer to gambling
I
than
think
anything.
less
but if
gambling
people
addicts
just
are made in the
trade,
stock market.
yeah, I think if you just trade and you just long term trade, I think on average most normal people, if they're like, I don't know what I'm doing. Some guy on TikTok was like, invest in blah 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 whatever, but they're just like, I'm just gonna invest in this company, and they just let it sit. More likely than not, they're gonna make something rather than if they did say just go gamble like in Vegas or anything. But if they were probably doing some sort of day trading, that probably I would probably
so
agree.
I
Most
think- I
people
think
don't know how
that
to day trade.
This is an important question of back to what you asked at the very beginning. Like, what should the laws be around stock market? What should the laws be around gambling, online gambling, and everything else? I think, unfortunately, I think it's same way the same place I'm at with marijuana, which is like, I don't think marijuana should be villainized. I think that people that want to use it are going to use it. So the government should just take a tax on it, and it should just be
It's like the prohibition,
it, sh-
right?
it should be allowed to be sold in stores, and we should be very clear about the negative side effects, like of alcohol and of smoking weed or of smoking cigarettes, the negative side effects of gambling, and you just be very clear and upfront about it, like we are in the U.S.
Like have the education,
and
like you were
and
saying.
it's like, okay, you want to gamble online in certain places, like, yeah, it's lame, but you're gonna have to go and take this test or whatever else, so you can know. And like the horror stories of that one lady who, like, her dad died and she got an inheritance of like 400K, and then she went onto this gambling boat and she lost it all minus 100K, and she was 100K in debt and had to go like bankrupt. Like that was a very serious situation where she her and her husband, like, her husband would go to work and she would go gamble during the day because she had like no hobbies and no friends or whatever
Yeah,
else.
but it's like, bro, like you can't put light on like everybody that like somebody doesn't have self-control.
I mean, no, you can't, but you need to let everyone know that some people that, like, I am
This is what
susceptible
could
to that
happen.
having happened, and you probably could be too if you had access to that amount
Yeah,
of
but
money.
I just feel like it's no different than being like, yo, if you do meth, you might end up becoming like a crack addict. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, what are we saying? Like, I feel like it's like, yes, if you want to make it that deep, but it's like at the same time, you can't hold somebody's hand for everything, and like it is like like you're an adult. Like, you know what you're doing is probably not that smart. It's not like there's no way that she walked in there like, I'm guaranteed. Like, nobody that gambles really is like, I'm guaranteed.
Yeah, but you're right. I'm just saying. I think that we need to like stop vilifying it and being like going on VPNs, because everybody does it if they're going
I
to
do
go
it.
on Roulette to go gamble. Probably don't say that publicly, but
Oh,
I
I don't do that. I do not.
That
do
was in Minecraft is what he's. There's like
Yeah,
a
in
cool
GTA.
Roulette in Minecraft.
in GTA.
That's Roblox. Roblox.
So he
They
and-
got everything on Roblox.
So the thing is like, just let it be legal and let the government take a little bit of a tax of it, and then just be upfront about it. I think that we're not as upfront as we should be about cigarettes.
do they
in the
tax
US.
any of it? Like because
Oh, they come after you for taxes.
I was gonna say, like, if you
There's a lot of
make
tax
winnings
laws,
on it,
and there's a nationwide tax law, and I think there a couple states have statewide tax laws of like what the gains are, but if you put it back in, how it's kind of like investing.
I was gonna say, like, is it? Yeah,
Because
That makes sense.
If
For
you
some ball knowledge of people who don't gamble online for like on these websites, I have a we'll say I have a friend. I have a friend who probably put in $30,000 last year, and that in Monopoly money,
Right.
and they got hit with the tax man bad to the point where a funny company like PayPal and a couple other places were sending letters and legal things to their home asking what they were doing.
Wow.
So, it's a risk that you have to be willing to take.
I think as long as people are educated about that, then I don't know. Is that what you're saying, Eamon?
Yeah, I think yeah, there's something. This is gonna, yeah. I think that if you make it like a Catholic schoolgirl, like, oh, I need to hide behind closed doors, anyone that's going to be addicted to it is going to be even more addicted to it. And if you just let it be out in the open and just be public about it, hey, this is what it is, this is what it could be. It's like some people are gonna be like, I'm not gonna do that because I know I'm gonna get addicted to it.
I mean, it's
when
almost
otherwise,
like
if they're on their computer in a dark room and they're on Roulette and getting on a VPN, they're like not talking to their friends about it. They're more likely to get addicted to it unless it's on the TV being like, hey, this is what it is. It's legal, but like we recommend not doing it.
I would give the analogy where it's like drugs, where if you just hide someone from drugs and like just pretend that it don't exist,
They're gonna
like,
find it. It's gonna ruin
You're
their
gonna find
life.
it, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, wait, like I've
Yep.
never had to build the muscle to say no to this or whatever."
100%.
But
So it's just like, Let it be what it is, and the more you try to suppress it, the more it's going to hurt people. Actually, just like be upfront about it. Like marijuana and most drugs, like maybe even let cocaine be legal or whatever. That one's a hard one.
Technically, it is.
I was
It's
gonna
already
say
in
that's a
Adderall.
hard
Don't
sell.
worry.
That's a hard sell. Maybe not that one.
You know what that reminded me of?
I just think like
Our last episode, we went from one topic to the other real quick. I can't remember what we were talking about. Oh, the Odyssey.
my
and we
mom.
had a,
My
yeah,
mom made a comment.
Mom made
on
a
it
comment. She was like, we were talking about like one of the best like poems and ballads
of all time.
and then all of a sudden went to rock guy with a butt rock.
Oh yeah.
I thought
Fire.
that was great.
Anyway,
pretty
no,
awesome.
I was gonna finish by saying I've completely forgot what I was gonna finish by saying, and I was hoping if I said it, I would remember it. But that's all good.
I was hoping it'd lead to something funny.
Just gamble safely, bro. If you're gonna gamble,
Responsibly.
or if you're gonna trade, actually educate yourself. Don't watch TikTok, bro. That's secretly getting like money put in from an app or whatever. Or use his code or whatever. Like read
Or,
a book.
Honestly, if you're reading that guy, make sure to go read a couple other books.
Yeah,
Take
just
a
read a
couple
book.
classes.
Yeah.
Diversify your information if you're making bets.
Any
like
day
that.
trader, real day traders, like any of them will just tell you, bro, read a book.
Any day trader that's a real
Any
day
day-
trader
yeah, that's a
has
real day
full on
trader.
autism and isn't gonna get out of the room anyway, and
Yeah.
reads books all day, and so like, if you're not that, don't day trade.
Any day trader that actually day trades is not on social media.
If you're going in,
They're
go
on
in
social
100%.
media. No,
Who was that one guy that's like friends with Aiden Ross or whatever else in Togi that a bunch of Chrome Heart stuff, but turned out he's like terrible at investing? You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know. I just see all these ads about this one guy that
don't even know how
he's a
steep-
20-minute trader. He says most of this stuff happens within the first 20 minutes. Become a 20-minute day trader.
Good for
And
him.
he just goes through that, and everyone in the comments are like, this dude knows absolutely nothing. He's never made $1 from his day trading. I don't know. We should have you on the podcast if you're listening. You
Who?
should come on.
Yeah,
the
show
guy
up.
doing the thing.
20-minute day trading?
Yeah, the one selling his courses that I see all the ads for.
I don't want that guy on our pod. Let's be honest. I mean, maybe we can. Like, I
think
don't know
it'd be
why he would
interesting
want
to
to be on
see.
here.
We are inviting the day trade quick buster onto the pod.
Quick buster. I think that was a different thing. If you're busting quick, that's a different.
Okay, I want to talk about something that I think that you guys would laugh a bunch about, but I don't want to. Do you have any other?
I
Do you have any other topics?
was laughing a lot. I don't know. Was that what
I'll
you
bring it
were
up and we can talk about
saying
it, or
I'd
we can
laugh a
go over
lot?
something else.
No, that's what do you think we'd laugh a lot about?
So,
You're laughing a lot about
so
it.
people here, as in me, Melvin, and Landon, we play video games. Melvin's into like competitive first-person shooter games.
Going on. I'm playing Rust as soon as this is over.
He's into competitive PvP survival games as well.
I'm a casual. I like to play when I can.
Landon didn't get to play games as a kid, and so he didn't get that.
do you say it
Because it's true, man.
like, why do you gotta say
And so, like, whenever you're 12 and you're on Fortnite, then like you get into competitive because like the environment of a game isn't good enough for you. You have to be playing against other humans. If you get into video games as an adult, the environment is almost enough for your skill level because your brain can never actually let you be good at video games.
Is that the part that we're supposed to laugh a lot about?
No,
or-
no, no.
Okay.
And so Landon plays a lot of what could be called party slop games. You know,
Hey now.
That's
hey
not.
now.
It's not about that. That's literally what the genre is called. So like Peak, where you climbing
But
up
I
a
would
mountain
say
as a
that
Boy
my
Scout with
brain
your friend.
can handle the games. It's
You're
just,
not good
I don't
enough
have
at
the
FPS
time.
yet. Okay, if you had the time, yes, you could grind out being good at FPS.
I just don't have the time
But
to.
if you learn it as an adult, it's kind of like rock climbing as an adult. Some people that learn to rock climb as a kid, they always can learn because they can learn to trust the rope and to fall. Some people
Mhm.
can never get over gear fear, so they can never go out on a rope like as an adult because they can never get over the fear of falling.
Mm-hmm.
So then as an adult, they will never rock climb or at least sport climb where the rope is below them, not above them because they're too afraid. Right? And so like if you didn't learn competitive shooting games as a young kid, your brain didn't develop those neural pathways, and as an adult relearning them, sometimes they just don't grow fast enough.
I mean, I played games. it's like now. I just
You're really
don't
taking
have
this.
the
This is
time.
really an ego thing for you. Really weird. I'm just calling you. I'm kidding. You're pretty decent at FPS.
I mean, I'm not actually.
There's
But I just
there's levels to it.
yeah.
Anyway, so what I'm saying is, so I'm the type of person where I played a little bit of FPS. I didn't enjoy it as much, but I didn't have a lot of friends to play with, and I didn't have a lot of time because the friends that did want to play with me were like total like Discord basement dweller neckbeards that like would make fun of me whenever I
Wait,
couldn't
so what
get
makes
on.
me different from that?
From a neckbeard?
No. Like what?
Me?
Yeah.
I probably have 2,000 more hours in video games lifetime than you do.
Okay, so it's just the time. Because I was just saying, I was the
Like,
same
I
thing. I
just
didn't
like-
have the time, or
Yeah,
anyone else that I was playing with was what you just
yeah.
described.
If not 3,000 or 5,000.
Yeah. So you just have the more time.
And it's like I have game sense. I can jump in. You could put me in front of a keyboard and mouse, and it could be any game on Steam that's ever been made. And without giving the instructions in the first 5 minutes, I could probably figure out what the game is, what genre it is, how to play it, and what to do. In probably 30 seconds, really.
Mm-hmm.
And so like that just comes with playing a lot of different games over thousands of hours and just like developing tech. Like I watched a video on YouTube of a dude who plays a bunch of video games. His wife never played a game in her life, and he like had to teach her Minecraft. And she like just couldn't understand a lot. Like first it was like WASD. Like as a 30-year-old woman, it just took her a second to comprehend what that was, let alone the context of what the game was. Anyway, that was a long explanation. I'm talking about Star Citizen. I'm the type of player. I'm the type of player where I like realism whenever I play.
Eamon likes to
No,
wait in line.
no. Let me.
He likes to
You guys
wait
will be
in
vindicated
line
on this one. You'll be
in a
vindicated on
video
this.
game.
Oh my gosh.
Melvin's already asleep from waiting in line.
No. Okay, Moist Critical School's talking about it. Do you care now?
No, I don't care if Charlie is talking about.
I used to like Charlie. After him covering some stuff that I know about now and him misrepresenting a lot of stuff, I have a little bit less respect for him. That's actually not true. I don't care that he does that. I just didn't expect it, but now I understand.
Baby, that's what we've been waiting for.
All I'm gonna say, we can go over it. Star Citizen was a game. It's 13 years in the making, and
Still haven't been able to play it.
13 years in the making, and there was a huge controversy recently where the devs played the game live on a dev server, so it wasn't like any server issues, and it was a giant nightmare. And so the game has $1 billion.
So then they're like, okay, never mind. We're just not making it.
The game is $1 billion into like crowdfunding to make the game. Yeah, $1 billion, and we're still not even in release yet. It's like not even beta. It's still an alpha game, and so no one know. Like it's a fun game whenever it works, and they can kind of make it work every once in a while, but it's still kind of buggy. And I've been playing for going on 4 years now, and it's gotten a lot better. But it's funny that
When
this
did they
mess up
play
w-
this?
what
Was it, like,
it was literally
recently?
just like a week ago,
Oh.
or 2 weeks ago. And so it was such a huge mess up. The whole community is like, what is happening here? What are we doing? The game is never going to come out. The underlying issue of the game is actually just garbage. And it was just funny to me that I'm seeing it all over like gamer news now, that it was just this huge thing that, because the excuse used to be there's too many people on the servers, we haven't figured out server meshing yet, that's why the lag in the game is so bad, but the base game is fine. And essentially someone that played the game a lot was like a streamer or whatever. He's a YouTuber, makes a bunch of money. He's like, I want to go join the marketing of this company. And so he's like, I have an idea. Let's do something that you guys did like 10 years ago, which was developer gaming. And the developers would play the game. And so it was him and some developers that played the game. And he did it on a private test server. So essentially, when you take away the fact that it wasn't on a public server, everyone can see how the game is supposed to run without, there was just 4 or 5 people on one server in-house. And it was like, guns were falling through the floor, people were falling through elevators, and like crazy bad geometry glitches and like inventory glitches and stuff like that. And so everyone is like, why did I spend $15,000 on 10 different or like 50 different ships in this game? And why do I have, 2,000 hours of ship combat or whatever else? And turns out that all the bugs that I've been seeing in the server were actually fine. All the servers are fine. The game
It's just the game
base,
itself.
the inventory
The
system
game is bad.
the game geometry and it's not that it's bad. The game.
So you're saying that I shouldn't get the game?
No, I'm
Is
still
what this?
unless
I haven't even been.
no. So I have a question. So I think that I don't want to ask the question.
That's the question.
Like, so this game is super big. really big.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as in, there are solar systems where every single part of the solar system is reachable with a ship or a planet surface.
Right.
Okay, that's pretty ambitious. There's never been a game that could ever be this big. Like, you can fly to any part of the solar system that you see by any meter. You can go to a moon and you can walk on every single part of the moon. And so the question is like, it should this game have ever been actually tried to be made? Or was
Yes.
it too ambitious for the technology that existed 13 years ago,
No.
or even now?
No,
No.
No, what?
no, because
Yes,
that's
it should be made.
Wait, no, wait. Answer the
No,
question.
it's not too ambitious.
yeah, no, it has to be.
Is it too ambitious? Maybe. Maybe it is ambitious.
It has to be because
Will
it's
you
not going to
Vivix?
stop.
Maybe.
Wait, say that again.
Like, it's not going to stop. Like when people were complaining about like GTA, right? Like how long GTA took. If you got to think about just Unreal Engine alone,
Yeah.
like the amount of adaptations that took. Not only do people then have to learn it, but then it's going to keep changing, and then we have AI who's going to keep changing it. And it's like if they let's say they just stopped, it was like we'll give it 10 years, they can't even pick up where they left off. It wouldn't even port.
So then the question is like,
They have to just thug
so
it
then
out.
what's the issue with Star Citizen? I don't care. I'm not like saying, well, why does everyone make fun of me? Why does it get so much flack? Like shit. Like,
Because before
I
you were
think that
born,
it's given so much flack because people have been waiting 13 years, have been playing it since the beginning, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, how can we still be this bad?
let's say Elon Musk was in charge of it. You think the game would be out by now in a better version? Do you think it's like leadership's issue? Is it something that's not technically even possible right
No.
now? Do we
I've-
care?
I don't think it matters who's doing it because nobody else is doing it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like there's nothing else even close to this where it's like you have Starfield where it's technically, as in when I say technically, I mean how difficult it is to make that thing. It's like Starfield, I would say, is like it manufacturing an RC car, and building Star Citizen is like, Hyundai's entire manufacturing line.
Yes.
It's 1,000 times more complex as you add more parts, more cost, more skill. Right? Making a little RC car is cool and fun. Like no shade to any RC car engineers out there, but like it's just as you
Not
add more
as
parts and
complex.
as more money and time and energy into it, it becomes infinitely more complex and infinitely more able to be like explode essentially. So it's like, I think my answer is someone else should go and try to do this
To see if it's just
to create
the-
competition.
Yeah.
Maybe
to
the
then
people that are building
drive the
this
innovation.
got lazy. It's like they have
I
a
don't think
they have
so.
a they have a monopoly on this game genre,
I don't.
right? People have spent 40 grand on ships. I
People
spent
spend 40
three,
grand on their CS inventory, and the game's free.
but
And I play
I
the
think
same
less
6
people
maps.
less people have spent 40 grand in CS than have spent on Star Citizen.
No. Think about how many streamers you know
$1
that buy
billion
cases.
dollars.
Look up how much Valve has made off of CS. Because you also have to think, CS has been out for
Across
More-
all games or just CS2?
1 billion per year.
like
Like I don't think
Per
you
year.
understand even like
I knew CS was big, but I didn't realize
no,
people were as
and
big.
you don't understand. Like first of all, as a person that has Skinport on their phone. Like
I know
in
about
the market.
I know about the industry and everything.
I don't know what
It's
that
down
means.
right now, from what I understand. But
It's
from
very
about,
down
from
because
about 3
knives
years
and
ago.
everything got changed, and now you can trade up to a knife. You've never been able to trade up to a knife in your life.
Yeah, I don't think that you should be able to. I think they shouldn't have done that.
But yeah, so back
Why
to my
did they
point.
do that? It doesn't make them
Back
more
to
money.
my point. It doesn't matter who does it because at the end of the day, people are going to spend money on
Yes, it
whatever they want to
does.
do, regardless.
It does matter who does it.
I don't think people care as much to all get into that genre because I don't actually think a bunch of people want 13 different ship games. I don't think
I don't
nobody
think there should be
wants
13,
to do
but
that.
at least 2.
But then they have to
Starfield
also.
doesn't-
So what are
Starfield
they
doesn't
also going to crowdfund? Are they going to be like, okay, guys, this is the real
Yes.
one? Like, I don't think a bunch of people are just going to keep falling for that.
You can't just do one.
I don't think it's worth. And if nobody else knows how to do it, if the people that have been spending 13 years on it can't really do it, who's like, okay, I'm going to now invest 13 years of my life while tech is still evolving to compete with that? I'm not saying it's not going to happen. I'm just saying
People
I
do that all
personally
the time
wouldn't
in
do
different.
it.
And you personally wouldn't do it, but there's a lot of people in other industries with less money that choose to do that.
Yeah, I just don't think it would come out to what Star Citizen is. Like, I don't think it would be as big. I think they would do like a bite-sized one. They would do like a Destiny type vibe.
I don't know, because it'd almost be like
I hope not. I mean,
like with Ford and the assembly line.
I just don't think. I think after seeing somebody, it's like Saints Row and GTA. Everybody, Saints Row was really cool when it first came out. Nobody bought Saints Row 4. Nobody bought Saints Row 5. Everybody was like, okay, we just want GTA.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, yes, you guys are right to an extent, but be like so for real. People that
Yeah.
truly invest, like they're gonna think that that's like the Louis Vuitton of ship games.
I agree with both.
Even if it's bunk, like
Well,
even if it's mid, somebody has to
I-
come out with a polished product in order to deface
I think
that.
I think
product.
that like okay,
see
like
both
hot take,
sides.
but I think it would only I think it would take less than $100 million, so a tenth of the cost, to build Star. So Star Citizen wants to
as
do,
big as it is.
not as big as it is, but to make a game where make it as it is with the features that it has now, which it doesn't have all the features that it wants, which is crazy to me. As it is now with the server tech, it would take like less than maybe you could maybe even done for like 50 million. The thing is because it was new, the problem with it was scope creep. Whenever they made it, they're like, it's going to be this and that. And then the dude,
Slowly
Chris
add more and more and
Roberts or
more.
whatever his name is, Chris Roberts, super famous video game maker. He was making like Starship games in like the 90s. Like he like made the field or whatever. He was like, "Oh,
He
with
made
this
The
new
Field?
technology."
Starfield.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
he made the field of space simulator games. Who like even like in the 90s, the ones that are like the ones that come in like that you're
Yeah.
like aiming at and looking around. But I think he was like, "Oh, with this new technology, each new year, the servers got better and the tech got better." And he's like, "Oh, since we have this, we can do this. Let's just nuke the entire game and add this in it."
I think
And then every year he'd be like, so I think it was his fault. I think with anybody else that was more technically capable, I think he's an engineer's engineer. He is not a business person's engineer. You need someone that understands business to essentially like tell the engineer this car can't be made out of diamonds because it'd be awesome because the car would like this car can't be
Because
made out of
you
taytanium.
can, and yeah, it'd
Yeah,
be cool.
I
You
think it
have
would
to
just
be
get
able to
oversaturated like a
do
battle
stuff.
royale. Like I think I'm not saying that there should only be one, but I'm saying like how many people would want to switch? Like people would just like one more than the other, and they would switch between them. Like it's like Apex Legends, Warzone, Fortnite. Everything else, like H1Z1, died off immediately as soon as Fortnite popped in.
Yeah.
Like, and so I just feel like it's like the
You're
more
on the
people.
pod.
Do you think that
You're on the
Blonde Queen
You're on the
ghosted
pod.
me?
Can you hear me?
Do you think?
Oh
do
my
you think
God.
that this Blonde Queen ghosted me because God is trying to punish me for all of the queens that I have ghosted or gotten over the years? Do you think that's what happened? I was just thinking about that. I was like, how many chicks have I
You're-
gone out with? Like, made an orgasm like 8 times.
Anyway.
I just feel like it would get oversaturated. I feel like as how many people would start like to just do it. I don't feel like it would just be one. Like I feel like as soon as somebody else does it, they'd be like, "Well, we can probably do that too. We can probably do that too." And it's like, how many solar system
No.
ship mining games do we need? You know what I mean? Like we just need a GTA.
I wonder if it doesn't even necessarily
No,
need
no,
to
okay, like,
be
I-
that.
yeah.
What if it's a different
because how many
world
solar
level?
systems is going to make Earth?
But what if it's not even a space thing?
No,
What if it's the genre of you've got such a massive map and world?
But like there's like what is it called, like No Man's Sky or whatever? That's like the cartoon version of this.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's like how many make believe solar systems are we going to make for you to go mine stone?
But what if
Like,
it's
are you
not
that
a, what if
addicted to
it's not a
mining space
thing?
stone?
Yeah. We already
no,
established
no,
he has
no.
autism.
Okay. So,
His mom confirmed that, so we don't need to ask that question.
Wait, what did you
I
say?
think the question that we need to ask is
no.
a world,
Yes,
like
I agree
that.
with you. Yes,
Like-
I think that should be more where we're going.
not necessarily like the space thing,
Yeah.
but just like, is that something that companies should?
I think like
should
that's
try
why I
to
think GTA
compete in?
wins.
Is that kind of world?
like because of stuff like that? Like I think
Yeah.
like that's why like because no matter how many worlds Saints Row will ever make, it will just never beat GTA. Like it just won't. But I think we should go in the direction that Starfield is going. Where I mean, I feel like that's just what people want.
What?
Like people want to be able to invest their life into a game, explore, like in
Yeah.
because people already do that in real. And I'm not saying people that don't do it in real life do it on the game, but like people that genuinely like to travel or do whatever, They typically like to be able to run around in their game.
You know what this reminds me of?
So I want to say something.
Have you ever
entirely
seen the
separate.
movie Free Guy?
Yes.
No.
You haven't seen Free Guy?
You
Ryan
didn't wanna
Reynolds?
Watch the video game movie, the slot movie with
Oh, no.
Pokemon in it. You know what I'm talking
Ew.
about?
No. She's
It's on
she's the
Disney.
CIA.
Watch it. Watch it. She's the CIA.
I actually never was gonna watch it, but I have a friend who has a kid that I was watching it with, and I was like, "Yeah, cool." No,
That's what this
I want to
reminds me
finish
of.
what I was saying. This is so to go from one nerd subject and bring in somehow another nerd subject into it, specifically bringing economics to
Are you bringing up Star Trek?
bringing economics to Star Citizen.
Okay, because I was like, we already talked about Star Trek.
Not here.
You've tried a couple times.
God, please don't
About
start
what
talking
we
about Star
already
Trek.
talked about.
Please.
Oh, I'm just gonna finish what I was saying. There's something called like market theory, which is like,
You're bringing up Star Trek.
no.
That's public.
That's public choice
That's
theory.
right.
We're not talking about
That's
public choice theory.
Okay, market theory.
So market theory is like, let's say, there's a market for buying shoes, and the first guy who made the shoes, he makes like $400 shoes and there's no one else in the entire world that makes these shoes, and he loves doing it. He makes them the best. They're the only ones that ever exist. Everyone wears only these shoes. If there's someone that's like, I like my shoes, but I don't want to be spending $1,000 on my shoes, $400 to $1,000. He's like, I think I can make these shoes. They don't need to be as tasteful and as artful, but they're gonna be,
Just as
200 or
comfortable and
200.
cheaper.
It's like, so in a market, there's now a second player that this guy can still stay where he's at, and then there's people that couldn't afford $400 shoes that can now afford to buy shoes, and then the other guy can either stay where he's at, and then in that lower market, there's another guy that's like, I can do the same thing. And so there's two people that make affordable shoes, and then there's one guy that makes luxury shoes. And then, like, let's say these two guys that are making affordable shoes, let's say they like both die, and no one ever wants to make shoes. The only thing that exists is now luxury shoes. The people that were making the lower end shoes, like those didn't exist. So if people aren't, and then there was competition between these two guys, and the prices got lower and lower and lower. So all I'm saying is like, from a market like theory standpoint for the consumer, if we want a likelihood of this game actually being finished, maybe someone that is a pure competitor to this game entering the market without having $1 billion of crowdfunding is a blessing and a curse. They don't have $1 billion to answer for.
I think the only
They can start fresh. They can either poach people or.
But do you genuinely think that they just wouldn't go to Star Citizen if it finished?
I think
Like,
that,
if it was
no,
actually
no,
polished,
I
do you think they wouldn't
I
just
think
jump
Star-
onto the one
Star-
that runs right?
If in a world where a pure competitor pops up and they get traction, in that universe versus that, like, okay, let's say another game shows up and another game doesn't show up here, Star Citizen either explodes or finishes sooner in this world than in this world. Right now, if no pure competitor shows up, I am 90% sure that company's business model is actually to just always stay in alpha, because they'll keep selling and making new ships. They'll slowly bring out new like solar systems.
So your point is that you need a competitor to make them get on their game.
Exactly, because if there's no other competitors, then there's no reason for them to be on their game. So all I'm saying is that was my answer. Like, what you said was like correct. Like, it's probably going to be slop, and anyone who tries to be a competitor is going to suck or whatever else. But from a market standpoint,
it would
I can agree with
help
that.
progress the game.
I can agree with that.
so I think someone, not me, needs to be a pure competitor, and you have
I
disadvantages.
think
and
that's going to be the
advantages.
only people that are going to be able to, is people that are playing the game and want to see this progress. So they
No, the people that are playing this game are freaking great people.
I think before you were born, you made a choice of either you wanted to touch women or play Star Citizen.
It's a valid point.
Valid point. So valid.
If you're a married man and active with your
There's-
wife, drop a comment if you play Star Citizen.
I'd
Only
like.
if you're
like to
active.
know. Only if you're not active.
If you're not active, don't you dare drop a thumbs.
No, we want a thumb.
Yeah, drop a thumb.
Eamon
100%.
likes thumbs, and but we want a thumb. But just tell us in the comment. I want to find out what you do.
Yeah, what do you guys think?
What do you think?
Do you care?
Do you care?
I just like how Ammon thought that
Do
he was about to
you,
check me
Vivek?
on CS market
Do
theory
you,
right
Vivek?
there.
What'd you say?
So I was like how Ammon tried to check me on CS market theory, like not knowing I'm a true degenerate for
CS
years.
market theory.
I just thought that I didn't know CS may.
Like Trainwreck spends 400,000 every other month. That's one streamer. Think about everybody else in the world that actually makes money. Like that isn't just a streamer.
I didn't realize that. I didn't know that much about CS.
But it's also because you had to think
I
it's
don't
all
know that much about games.
it's under Valve.
Maybe you were right about my interpretation on me. After having
Melvin,
this whole
what are
conversation.
you dying to talk about this week? Is there anything that you would be interested in talking about? Do you have any other topics that you want to talk about, Landon?
I lost my train of thought. I'd have to check my notes.
Okay, check your notes.
Check your notes.
Melvin, you can. You don't have to talk about it now, but anything or no?
I like to spend money, so I have an appointment at the Louis Vuitton store.
You have an appointment at the Louis Vuitton.
Yeah,
store.
in DC. When I
Will
do
you
that.
video it so we can throw it into the beginning
I
of one
allowed
of these?
to
Go to the
record in there? I'll
Rolex
have to
store.
ask.
I don't know.
I'll get shot.
Wear the
in there.
meta glasses. That's the only thing I've been able to. There's a guy on
Low-key.
YouTube. He's the no rejection guy. Have you seen his stuff? He literally just walks into like
Oh.
Rolex stores, goes to like Aston Martin, all that kind of stuff, and he just has his meta glasses, but they're his prescription glasses. So he's like, no, these are how I see. And either people are like, nope, we can't have you, and he's like, okay, fine, you lost business. And other people are like, okay, whatever. And but he just
balls out.
goes in and he's like, hey, can I buy this watch? And they're like, no, you can't buy this watch. You got to be on a wait list. He's like, oh, you don't have anything? What if I want to buy 5? They're like, oh, well, maybe, maybe. Does that
That's
for
kinda
cars and
fire.
everything. It's kind of wild. You should do that.
Dude, that would be pretty tough. No, I don't have bread like that. I wish I did.
Yeah.
I wish I was loafed up.
Yeah, one day.
Speaking of loaves, I bought some bread, and then
What a revelation.
I couldn't find it for the life of me.
That's the most
It was
Evan
in my
answer.
backpack.
Why
Who
was
puts
it in your
bread in
bag?
a
I brought
backpack?
it to work to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and it was in my truck in the 1,000-degree heat for like 4 days. I didn't
Oh,
know if I could
brother.
trust it or not, so I just threw it away.
Yeah, I would have did the same thing. I would have thrown it away too. I
And the
wouldn't have
thing
trusted it.
is you guys are gonna hate me for this. There's a certain bread that I really like, and it may or may not be $6 a loaf.
What kind of... Is this elf bread? Does it fill you up with just one crumb?
Okay, I don't care about my weight at all. Actually, if anything, I wish I was bigger in any way, taller or wider or bigger arms and bigger muscles. But I hate the ratio in peanut butter and jelly sandwiches of bread to peanut butter and jelly.
You
And
prefer
so-
more...
I prefer less bread.
Oh.
You make it yourself.
And so
No,
I,
what
I
you-
make the peanut so like normal like the thick pieces of bread or whatever.
How much do you
So
put on?
there's-
Do you
there's
like...
the- there's this,
do you
like, Karen
slop
bread.
it on, or do you just kind of
Like,
like...
like thins.
Yeah, there's the thins ones. So there's like Karen bread, which like I imagine skinny moms that are like really worried about their health or whatever. But for me, it's all about the peanut butter and jelly ratio. And yeah, I do spread it, and the way I spread it, I
You
don't like
could buy an actual loaf and just cut it yourself, right?
no because yeah I can go get you the bread. I don't want to have to cut the bread that thin.
I wouldn't want to either.
How thin is this bread?
It's
is
like
it
half
as-
the size of a regular slice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
What?
You've never seen these?
And,
They're
it-
like
never
and
seen
honestly,
cow
it is
brown
healthier
Never
bread.
seen-
It is like way
Yeah.
healthy Karen mom bread, but I'm okay with that because I need to be healthier anyway. So if I'm eating bread, I might as well have healthier-ish bread.
Or you should just make bread if you care about your health.
No, I either am going to keep buying this bread, or I am going to get rich enough that if I wanted to have homemade bread, I would pay a chef to make it for me. Like, it's either this bread until I can afford a chef.
I can't wait until I'm so rich where I can make somebody sit in the kitchen with 3 ingredients.
Bread, water, and yeast. That's
Bread, water, and yeast.
Yeah, bread, water, and yeast.
The
Water,
already-
flour,
sitting there
yeast.
stirring a
The
loaf.
Water, flour,
already,
yeast.
yeah, the already
I'm-
made bread is.
They're like, dude, I'm,
I'm
so
so
rich.
mad
dude, I
right
don't
now.
even care.
This is how he texts me, by the way. I don't know if he texts you the same way,
Double
but this
bread
is
it
how
up.
he texts me.
And then
I'm
makes
so
you
dyslexic.
bold.
I misread text and I missend text
I know.
like
I've
1 in
understood
3
how to translate your text messages.
because I rip it too. I just go, "Hey, what are we doing tomorrow?" And then I like finish the sentence and like half the words are wrong. Just like send and I like move on.
Yeah.
And-
Yeah,
Yes, you
I've
do do
I've
that.
learned how to translate your text.
And you've even gotten so good that you can tell when I've misread your texts.
Yes, I know. Yeah. It's exactly how it goes. And it is what it is.
You know what? I'll take that nerf of my life for the rest of the skills that I have, which is being friggin' awesome
Real.
and super
I
smart.
knew you were
and
gonna say exactly that. In my head, I'm like, when is he
not
gonna
being a
bring
gay
up
chud.
the?
Real.
Except for the fact that I'm a stupid chud now.
Autistic.
I'm
chud.
a stupid, fat, stupid chud who can't breathe at night, so I have to have a CPAP machine.
You ever seen
like Bane.
Train! No.
Terrain, pull up.
Terrain, go up, go up.
Because you've seen tires, yeah. You be sitting over there.
That's me. Cool. I'm not even 30 years old yet. I'm Unc.
Would you rather that, or would you
I'm
rather?
Unc Grandpa status, and I'm gonna make it cool to have a CPAP now.
You know, it's like actually my point about. Never mind.
What? No, finish.
This is an informational podcast. I'm not going to get into that.
No, please.
Well, I was just going to say, like, it's like what's funny to me is that it's like always like I was telling you like in the car like a while ago where I was like, dude, like I'm gonna like hit my vape or do whatever because either way I'm gonna get nerfed no matter what. But I'd rather getting nerfed doing what I want to do than like being a climber and like actually being mildly healthy and like being within my BMI and everything. And they're like, you can't sleep at night, and you're like, gang, why?
Yeah, you're right. I get what you're saying.
That's why yeah. That's why you gamble.
Don't gamble.
Don't
I don't know.
recommend.
Be an adult. Be responsible. If you're not an adult, don't gamble. What were you gonna talk about?
You know, it's we had the conversation before, right? Where it was some people just don't mature past a certain level. It's like
Yeah,
when you're
yeah,
like being an
I-
adult and don't
I-
gamble. I don't think people know how to. I think there are very few people that are like, okay, yeah, I have these responsibilities, blah
Yeah,
blah blah. Like
Totally.
I know people that just they're adults and they. You think when you're a kid, you're like, oh, this person they got stuff figured out. They probably don't have it all figured out. Like you kind of know that part, but they at least
What he's saying is we've had a previous conversation where I said that I think that I probably shouldn't say this to most people
some
won't hear this.
people,
I think
Some people just
90% of
mature.
people are what's
Some
that
people
quote?
just
People
get-
die at 25 but they're buried at 75.
Yeah,
So most people never grow up, never learn to mature, they never can take responsibility.
and I
They-
don't even necessarily.
They're not sentient.
It might not even be necessarily a maturity level. I think it kind of comes down to a responsibility level.
So all he's saying is he thinks
'Cause,
that
like, of
actually
course
most
you
people
want to
aren't
be-
capable of even being an adult and gambling.
Because I think if you want to be a kid, right? Like I think it's important to have some sort of like rose-colored lenses that, as Amen would put it, of like
Rose-colored glasses.
rose-colored glasses, and I think you should still be a kid and whatnot and all that stuff. But I think you need to have a level of responsibility, and I think there are so many people that do not have a certain level of responsibility. They just they know how to survive as an adult, but they don't have a level of responsibility.
It's life.
But that's life. That is what it
So-
is. Like there's just people that I've met that I'm like they're like I understand that you survive, but
any
it
major
almost frustrates me sometimes, and I have to. It's kind of the
No, I
quote
don't-
where
no,
it can't be
it's like
frustrating.
the prodigal son.
It can't be frustrating because I've got to have standards for myself, like strict with myself but tolerant with others. Right.
I think it's the prodigal son
But-
thing that you're talking about.
I don't know. Like I just see people. I'm like you frustrate me with the level of responsibility that you lack.
But there's someone who's more responsible than us that thinks that about us.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's why I'm like strict with myself, tolerant with others, so that hopefully someone will do the same to me.
Subject change. Some.
The weather's getting cold, and I don't like it.
Is it? I haven't noticed.
Yeah, it's like 80s, bro. I
You-
want hundreds still.
Oh, that's the dumbest take you ever had in your entire
Bro,
life.
I like the pool. I like to swim,
Real.
not in cold water, and to get out in cold weather. It's cold. It's August. I like my warm weather. Comment what weather you like, 'cause I'm right. you'll comment, and you might be wrong if you say otherwise. You'll definitely be wrong if you say cold is better. When you're cold, you're in pain. When you're hot, you're just uncomfortable. Unless you have some medical condition, whatever. But you can't convince me otherwise. I don't know.
I like both, but not outside. I want it to be hot outside, but I like my room to be freezing. So
I like
could
to
just
sleep
get in the
cold.
blanket and just like that. Yeah, like that's cool. But outside, no. I hate
It's
the snow.
scientifically proven to help you sleep anyway, so, you know,
See,
backed by
Yeah.
science.
But
As
yeah, no,
Eamon
I
zones
hate,
out.
I hate.
Is science real?
Is science real?
I want to talk about this, but not this podcast. We'll do it later.
We'll prep that for the next podcast. Let me write that down. We'll prep that.
No,
Next
no, I
week
don't know how we'll
Is
broach
science real?
No.
that. But is gambling?
Yes.
Yes.
Is science real? No.
Gambling is
Gambling? Real.
Okay, we're gonna finish off with the subject that we finished off with last week, but Landon will be here, and I want to know. I want to make a game plan.
Are we asking about Kanye?
No,
Oh,
we're
okay.
never talking about Kanye ever again. That's a lie.
That's
I love
probably
Kanye.
a smart decision.
I just, for the first time today, watched him get up and interrupt Taylor Swift at the VMAs or whatever.
You've never seen that before?
Really?
I knew it
I've never
happened,
seen that before.
But I hadn't realized that I had never seen it before. And then I was doing dishes, so I just had like YouTube playing in the background, and someone talked about it, and they put up the clip, and I was like, oh, I've actually never seen this before. So I like turned around and like physically watched it. While it's awkward, it does suck that she is as young as she was, but it's also cool. Like
He's so tough.
it's like he was like the first clip farmer. Like
Was
he-
this what you were
she-
going to ask me?
when? No, about the ending subject.
Yeah.
No, we'll jump to that in a second. So I just my initial thoughts as like a somewhat developed brain adult now,
Somewhat.
like the music industry is hard to me because first off, everyone there is like opulently rich in the entire industry, or at least super well off. It's well known that there's like vultures in the industry, unfortunately. So like Taylor Swift was a young girl. She was like, wasn't she like 18 when that happened? Or
No
9?
clue her age.
I think she was 18 or 19. We don't care to look it up, but she was young. He was a full-fledged grown adult, but he had been in the industry and he knew, like, that's like being at streamer games and someone clip farming on you.
Yes.
Like, but you're too young to understand. It's like that's the industry. It was cool that he did that. He called out Beyonce, made headlines, at least in the United States. But it sucks that she like how is she supposed to process that as a kid? Like I don't know. It's hard for me to fully understand both sides of it because it is cool that he was just like
Do you think he did it so that she would understand?
I think that it.
Or do you think he did it just to prove his point?
No. I'm unsure that it's okay that if she was under the age of 18, like it's just a weird thing to have happened. If it was someone that was a little bit older as a female in the industry, like it's okay. Like, do you understand what I'm saying or no? I understand he did not do it to make her understand or like for her value of life.
I don't understand
all?
any of it.
So do you understand what happened?
No. Pop culture is not my culture. Melvin, describe to me what happened. Or is it I have to see
Yeah, she
and
was-
No,
watch?
you don't have to see it.
She was 19 and she was 30. He was 32. She was 19.
I'm like pretty sure like the butt of it was that she like won an award and he
She-
was like, no, Beyonce should have won it
Yes,
because she was
a
more
music, It was a
iconic.
music video award, and he didn't say no. She should have won. He did. He actually kind of gave her flowers first and was like, I think he said, "I'm glad you won this," or "It's cool that you won this." But
We all know.
we all know Beyonce made one of the greatest videos of all time.
What video was he talking about?
Gang, I don't remember.
2009, I think it was. I forget what video she made, but he was just like, "It's cool that you got this award, but like, let's be honest." He didn't say you don't deserve this, but he just said the statement, "Beyonce made one of the greatest videos of all time,"
Yeah.
and I think, Anyway, whatever. I think it was a super interesting situation because like the way she responded, like she was just a young girl, but I think it's also like, who cares for her? She's rich now, and now she's kind of has a little bit of a backbone, and she can be like, oh yeah, the entire industry hates me, but I'm still gonna do what I want to do.
I think she's a mean girl,
No, what?
bro. I think she's toxic as a fuck.
Toxic?
Yeah, she's
In what way? Is this
every
new?
way.
What the freak?
It's just a band. It's the same thing. It's just
From
a different
Amazon or
band.
something?
No, it's the same. I got it for free on when I pre-ordered.
Oh,
They have a bicep band now.
I know. I was gonna get it for sleep.
I-
But
I
anyway,
kinda wanna get
this
it
is
too.
this has to be a nightmare to listen to.
What was the question you were gonna
I
ask me?
forgot
Yeah,
to.
hold
It
on.
doesn't matter. It
No,
doesn't
no. What's the
matter.
question?
What was the
You
closer?
were saying Taylor Swift is ultra toxic,
Yeah.
and I would argue that she is somewhat good intentioned and a product
No.
of her environment.
I don't think she's good intentioned,
Good
but I
intention
think
and
she
product
is
of-
the product of her environment. But
so
I don't
why
think
is she
she's
not
good
good
intentioned.
intentioned?
She's an idiot.
That doesn't make her not good intentioned.
I don't think she's good intentioned. I think she's just as. Have you okay? So if we're
Just as
talking
what?
pop
what
culture,
makes her
right?
good intention?
Do you know the whole Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds debacle and all that stuff that was
No.
going on? Okay,
Do you?
yeah, because my wife told me about it. Blake Lively
Oh, that's-
and
Go ahead.
Taylor Swift they're friends, and I think Taylor Swift is just as toxic as they are, and they just, yeah, I think.
But like,
Taylor
what do
Swift is
you
toxic.
know about Taylor Swift, Eamon, that makes you so believing?
Do
that
you
she
think
has
she's
only
toxic?
good- I don't think that. I don't think she's necessarily like the goat, like or like queen
No,
positivity.
I don't love her music, honestly.
No, I'm just saying like I don't think she's like queen positivity. Like, I don't think she's like
I don't
that.
think she's
I think
a
she's a person.
Good friend.
Okay, if anything, let's just. I
don't
think
think
the
she's a
best way
good
that he just said
person.
is I think she's just a person.
Like I think that
And I
She's
think
she.
just a
that she-
person, but I don't think I err on the side that she's not a great person.
I could
No.
agree with that. What makes like what kid is she saved that you're like yeah she's like
Yeah.
like I mean like what is the basis?
I
Are you
would
just saying that
argue
to say that
she's
or
more
like,
on the side of not a good person than a good person.
As far, in my opinion, as far as women and
I'm
men
not saying
go
she's
in
terrible,
the music
but-
industry, I think she cares
But do you even
more.
In
know
the
what she-
music industry, but I say in general
He's
as
talking about
a
a person.
As a person,
that's why
I
I'm like,
don't
what are
think
you
she's a
talking
good
about?
person.
like what
I'm
do you know
lost
about
over-
her?
Okay, look. Okay,
So what were you gonna
no,
ask?
Let me say,
'Cause
unfortunately,
I gotta leave.
not unfortunately for me. I don't necessarily mind it. I have a lot of Swifties in my life. Okay, so I've like sat down and like had to like watch the movies that she's made or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know how you watch those and be like, oh yeah, she's.
But
a
it's like
good
why would
person.
bad stuff be in it?
And then, okay, no.
I don't think you can convince
And then
me
I have-
otherwise.
I have like, okay, like, do you think every single woman in the music industry is evil?
No,
No.
Who do you, off the top of your head, if you had to list 2 or 3 people that are just like overall good people, who
I
would you
think
guess?
Ella Langley's pretty all right.
Okay, next.
I'd say
I don't like really listen to Avril
Selena
Lavigne.
Gomez.
Avril Lavigne and
She was a he
What
was
are
a
we
skater
talking
boy.
about?
She said she's a skater boy. What
I'd
did
say-
she ever do?
I'd say Selena Gomez.
Selena Gomez, banger. Oh, she
we're not talking about
good
the music.
person.
We're talking about based on the
Good
the-
person.
the,
The person.
rumors
Good
that you've
person.
heard in the background.
Ella Langley.
I disagree. I don't care. Will
What do you know about Avril Lavigne?
I,
Like you're acting like as if you're like, dude, she was.
Yeah, what do you
Like,
what do you
you
know
were
about
so
Avril
taken back
Lavigne
by that.
and then
Like-
Taylor Swift? What was the
Let's have
question
this
you were
conversation.
gonna
Everybody does
ask me?
charity.
Let's-
Everybody
what were we
donates.
No,
gonna
no,
end
no.
on? I want to know what we were gonna end on.
We'll let's have this conversation next week because I have a lot that I want to say, but I don't want it to go too long.
Yeah, what were you gonna end on?
I actually, the thing I want to talk about is like not important anymore, and I don't like, necessarily care. It's gonna be like super boring, lame.
So let's
gay
talk
shit.
about it for 1 minute.
Well, no, okay, it's not gonna be 1 minute. Okay, we're gonna do meta podcast right here, right now.
Put on your meta glasses.
Put on.
Yeah, put
That
on your
was
meta glasses.
pretty decent.
This is
I
it.
enjoyed that one. The podcast, part of it is informational, right? And then part of it, I think, is comedy and jokes and us having fun and people coming for the personality. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Landon airs on the side of educational. Me and Melvin and Gideon air on the side of, like, content, funnies, pop culture, internet culture, which is not informational. That knowing about Avril Lavigne,
It's information for chuds.
it's information for chuds, which I am because I have a CPAP. But ultra, I'm gonna be the most Okay, one second. Total side note: if there is chuds and then chads, I'm going to be the most chad of the chuds.
No. What was
Yeah,
your point?
100%.
And thanks for
What are you
coming
closing
to
on?
this week's
What?
podcast.
What are you closing on?
No. This is
That was
this
what
is
he
a
was closing
long
on.
thing. I think. So I'm gonna send this video to Landon. I'll also send it to Melvin. There's someone who knows a little bit about media because he's a professional marketer. He talks about how in the new world of like entertainment, there are three main things. If it's informational, you have to have status or proof that you've done or know this type of thing. Okay. I think that we don't have that on some of the things that we want to talk about, but as we talk about it, we gain more expertise in that area.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we should talk about it, but always be a little bit like we are not may not be experts in this area. And I think that people won't come for the expertise because they can go to Elon, they can go to
I agree.
Atrioc or Big A.
Agreed.
They can go to other places, but we soon want to be doing that. At least I think me and Landon are interested in that. I don't know where Melvin kind of sits on that. On the informational part. So I think that we should lead with the funny, the comedy, and the personal, but not lead up front. Just if we market the pod, those are the shorts that we do, and we have more of that than we have informational until because at the end of the day, I think a part of this is some of us want to like have careers that are different than others as far as be entertainers, be business people, like do something that like is meaningful in the public and have like a maybe an unorthodox career. As we have those careers, our information will get more important, but now we just focus on I want to show up because I think one person is funny or I like two people being funny, right? And so I think that we need to not have as much like care about it being as informational unless we prep. And sometimes there's going to be seasons where we can't prep as much as we would like to. And then one thing is I'm going to keep talking about this every single week. We're going to let go of the trains for now, but I do want to talk about, I want to bring on that nuclear engineer guy. What are ideas that we should do to have this nuclear engineer on? Remember a couple of months ago I was talking about it? I think that electricity and energy in the United States and in the world is ultra important and super interesting, and I want to talk about it with this guy. Should we email him? Should we try to post some shorts so that we have a little bit of a portfolio to say, hey, we're small, but like
I'd say
you've
yes
been on 5
that.
podcasts in your entire life. That it might be worth your time to show up even if we get 10, 20 views a week. Like, do we try to grow more, or do we just send it out and say, how many subscribers do we need to have? How many views a week do we need to have for you to come on our podcast? What do we do both?
I'd say build a portfolio
Before we
and
even ask
ask-
that question to him?
No, I'd say
So this week,
yeah. I mean, because if you plan on sending it tomorrow, sure, send it. But if you're like, okay, I'm gonna send it in a week or two, I say we build the portfolio before we send it. But if you're like, okay, I'm gonna send it tomorrow, send it tomorrow.
I don't think that the portfolio is not going to be substantially different now or even a month from now. We
think
don't
you
have, we
make
don't have the
shorts.
time.
I think we make
Neither of
shorts.
us three or Gideon have the time. I mean, it's
Yeah. So then reach out to them. But I think shorts need to be made regardless.
okay. We love you. Bye.
Thank you for coming to this week's podcast.
You're the goat.
Peace be the journey.